Hey guys, what's up? Welcome. I am wearing the same makeup and I'm wearing the same shirt as my previous video, I want to say. So hopefully you guys don't mind. I definitely am sweating more than I expected to. I thought it was winter already, like come on. So for today's video, as you saw from the title, I'm going to be doing my yes, no, maybe so. This is a video where I basically discuss newly released makeup products, either products that just released or are about to release. I let you know if they're in my yes section, meaning like if I'm going to purchase them. I let you know if it's in my no section, meaning like I'm not interested, I'm not going to buy it. Or I let you know if it's in my maybe section, which means I'm indecisive about the product. You guys know that I always love to hear your feedback on all of these products, so definitely let me know what you think of everything, especially for the products that are in my maybe section. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I'm like, I don't really know, you know, and then you guys are like, then you guys tell me something and I'm like, I see where you're coming from. All right, I guess it's in my yes section. Or you say something and then I'm like, I hear you. All right, it's gonna be a no, you know, so I listen to you. Anyways, I have my big notebook here, but I'm also gonna be looking at my phone to let you know all the information. This is gonna be a really fun video because there are so many new things that are about to hit the floors. I'm so excited. So the first product that I want to speak to you guys about is from Tati. I need this. I actually purchased it already, but I wanted to include it in this video. I hope it comes ASAP so I could do a look. This palette is beautiful. First of all, I want to say that I'm really happy for Tati. I was subscribed to her, I believe, when she had about 200,000 subscribers, so I know that I've been with her for quite some time. I don't necessarily watch all her videos these days, but I used to religiously watch every single thing she uploads. I still enjoy her as a person. I enjoy her content whenever I come across a video that I'm interested in, and I just like her as a person, you know? So I'm really happy for her because she is really on her game with reviews, videos. Like, she takes it very seriously, and I really respect her for that. So for her to come out with her own makeup line is huge, and then to come out with her first palette is like massive. So this palette is called the Textured Neutrals Volume 1. It's going to retail for $48. Because it says Volume 1, it's leading me to believe that there's definitely going to be Volume 2, 3, 4, 40, 60, 80. Who really knows? But I know that there's definitely more to come. This palette includes 24 different eyeshadows. There are 4 finishes in this palette: matte, sequin, metallic, and glitter, which I think is pretty cool. I really like the color story. I feel like it has a little bit of a warm vibe to it, a little bit of a cooler vibe to it with that black and that like silver shade. And then we have some like pinky type of shades as well. I feel like these shades would really pair well with each other, and I really think that this is gonna hit it out of the park because knowing Tati, she's not gonna release BS. Like, she is going to release just the best of the best, and that's what we want, you know? So I have very high hopes for this. Cannot wait till mine arrives in the mail. Let me know if you guys ended up purchasing this for yourself, or let me know if you're gonna be waiting on it. So damn excited. Love already, and I haven't even touched it. The next product I want to speak to you guys about is something that is in my no section, and this is the Violet Voss Oh Snap Gingerbread Mini Palette. This is going to retail for $18, and it includes 10 different eyeshadows. I don't know, I'll tell you. I feel like they kind of copied Too Faced, like in a very obvious way, which doesn't sit 100% well with me. And I know in the makeup world there are so many different brands who are copying everyone else. It's like very obvious many times, and like, you know, but I feel like this was Too Faced thing, and to just kind of take it like that, it's kind of like, why? You know what I mean? I personally do have the Too Faced gingerbread palette, the gingerbread extra spicy palette. That's what it's called, yeah. And I love them. I think that they're really nice quality. Both palettes have a nice amount of those fiery, warmer tone shades, which is basically what this is in a smaller form. I have those. I'm happy with the Gingerbread Life from Too Faced. So for me, I'm not gonna purchase the Oh Snap palette. And then I'm not gonna say I don't like Violet Voss shadows. I've tried a few of her palettes. Some of them I really feel like are very thick, and I'm not 100% down with the formula. There's only, I think the small colorful palette, I forgot what it's called, is one that I like, but her larger palette, I forgot what it was called. But a few of her larger palettes, I just could not sit well with me. I just felt like they were not the best quality. So I don't know what the story is with this one. I'm just not feeling it, okay? And I'm not getting you. Third limited edition. Moving on to something that is in my maybe section. So this is something that kind of confused me. I was like, what? Okay, so a few weeks ago, Morphe released a James Charles palette, which looks exactly like the palette he released initially, right? So when I was looking at this picture online, I'm like, I just don't understand. Didn't this palette release already? Like, I try to read the description and everything, and I'm like, I just don't understand. Am I stupid? It's possible I am. Sometimes I could be slow, but I just didn't get it. Then as I was doing more research and all of that, I realized that they recently released a smaller palette that's identical to his regular large palette. So for me, I was kind of like, first of all, now that that happened, I kind of wish that they released a small one before the bigger one, because I would get the small one. I feel like it would be perfect for storing at home. I could also travel with it, you know? But now that I have the big one already, I'm kind of thinking to myself, I want the small one, but I don't need the small one because, like, you know what I mean? Like, two of the same exact palettes, just different sizes. I don't know. I don't know if it well with me. I love the shades. Again, I have the full size. I love the colors. They blend out really nicely. Fun to use, all of that. But I just didn't understand why. You know what I mean? I feel like they kind of could have taken this opportunity to create something else and different with James Charles if they want to, you know? But why the same small palette? I don't know. If you guys already own the big size, the full size, would you get this one? Did you get this one? Let me know. This palette is retailing for $26. The next thing I want to speak to you guys about. Oh, so excited about this one. This is from BH Cosmetics, and this is the Zodiac palette in Scorpio. I was waiting on this, waiting day and night, night and day. So BH Cosmetics has been releasing these palettes month to month, and each month there was a different sign. So we are in the Scorpio season. My birthday is October 29th. I'm not sure when I'm going to post this video, either before my birthday or after. I think before. But anyways, I need to have this in my life. I do really like the color story. I like that there are a few, like, well, a burgundy shade and then a brown shade, and then they have a nice amount of cooler tone silvery black shades as well. This palette includes 8 eyeshadows and then I believe a highlighter in the middle. It's retailing for $14. Honestly, even if this would look like pure shit, I would still pick it up because of the fact that it says Scorpio on it, you know? And I feel like that's a good way for brands to get customers, because sometimes if you feel a connection with a specific name, actor, actress, someone who they collab with, even if you're not feeling like the palette or lip product or whatever it is, you will still pick it up because of the reason behind it, you know? I'm into horoscopes, so basically I need to have this in my life. And I've been waiting so long for this, so yes! Next up is something that is in my no section. This is the Becca Summer 29 collection. It's called the Pearl Glow collection. So I remember that this picture released around the summertime, a little bit before the summer, and I was waiting on this collection to actually release, but it never released. And I was like, did they maybe pull it back? Did they feel like maybe it's just, I don't know, you know? But then I recently saw that Trendmood released the picture of this collection, the Pearl Glow collection, mentioning that it's available now. So it is a summer collection. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm kind of confused because, like, why didn't they just maybe save it? It just feels like it's a little bit out of place. But then at the same time, I wear anything, anytime, summer, winter, fall, spring. Although with lips, I try to kind of keep it dark with winter and fall, and spring and summer a little bit lighter, and with lips. But anyway, so it doesn't really matter what collection this was, you know? But I'm just thinking to myself that I feel like the hype was there maybe a few months ago, but now I'm like, I don't really know. And then a part of me kind of feels like this might be a TJ Maxx, which I do want to make another TJ Maxx predictions video. So for me, it's going to be a no. Although if it is a TJ Maxx, it'll be a yeah. But I'm saying, like, no for the price tag at this moment right here, right now. This collection comes with an eyeshadow palette, which is going to retail for $58. And then it comes with a highlighter, which is $40. And then I believe some lip products, which I don't see the prices of, but I'm assuming they're going to be around $21. Moving on to a few things that are in my maybe section. Actually, 2 things that are in my maybe section. These are the Urban Decay On The Run eyeshadow palette. So we have the G Train, so cute, and then Highway Queen. These are available already. There are 8 shades that are included in each palette, and each palette is retailing for $25. I think that's very, very reasonably priced. I do love the On The Run eyeshadow palette. It's one of my favorites, even though it's on sale now. I'm not really sure why it's so good, but I like the quality. It's very nice, very soft. With these palettes, I love the color story. I like that G-Train has neutrals, but then pops of greens, and then Highway Queen is just a typical neutrally warmish type of palette, but it looks good, you know, it looks really nice. I love little ones. I love little baby palettes. With these palettes, I could see myself creating looks just using these. So great for traveling, great to grab and go. I'm all about that kind of life. But the reason why it's in my maybe section is because they're special, but I don't know if there's something so majorly special about this. And then I'm like, I already have like the the Hot Butter Rum palette, which looks maybe similar to Highway Queen. I would say G Train would be the one I would pick up if I pick up one, but like I want it, but I'm not like, I am dying right now, I need to have you in my life, you know? So let me know what you guys think about this. What kind of explanation is that? I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It's in my maybe section. Please step in. I need to hear what you have to say. Okay. The next thing that is in my yes section is from, of course, Jeffree Star and Shane. They're going to be releasing a collection together on November 1st, which is so close. I felt like I would pick up this collection in honor of my birthday. As a birthday gift to myself, because you know what I mean. I feel like Jeffree consistently gets better and better with every release that he has. Like, it just blows me out of the park. I'm wearing the mini breaker on my eyes today. I've been using it for the past week and a half. Where was I till now? Can someone explain this to me? And then his lip products too, like I knew that I liked them, but then I started using them even more and I'm like, I'm sorry, what? You know what it's like? It's like when your sister or a friend tells you like to watch a good movie and you're like, okay, fine, I'll watch it, you know? And then they keep pushing you to watch it, like you need to, it's bomb, it's amazing, it'll change your life, it's so good, right? And you're like, all right, I'll do it, you know? Literally a year passes, you happen to be sitting on your couch and you're like, all right, let me just watch this movie. It just comes to mind, you watch it, you go back to your sister or friend and you're like, why didn't you tell me about this soon? And you're like, I did, okay? That's how I feel about the Jeffree Star products. Like, for me, it's like, I knew his products were out there, I didn't really purchase much. I always heard people talk about it, like his stuff, and I'm like, I hear you. But you know, I purchased the mystery boxes, I liked those, and then this final mystery box killed it out of the park for me, and I'm kind of like, now I literally need everything, especially the Thirsty palette, because Izzy, one of my subscribers, keeps recommending it, and I'm like, if all of his palettes perform as well as this, I need to save myself 20k to buy his whole line, because he has amazing things. I feel like basically I went off on a tangent. Anyway, I do believe Jeffree mentioned it's going to be releasing in Morphe stores as well. I didn't know that there's a Morphe store actually not too far from me. I think in New Jersey maybe. So as much as I want to purchase this online, I definitely know that it might get sold out like this. But then besides for that, I just want to have it like pronto style. So I think I might just book my sister and be like, yo, we're camping out outside the Morphe store at 4 a.m. I'm starting to wait on the line, you know what I mean? I definitely feel like the line is going to be out the door, but I will be there. And I will be one of those people who's gonna be like, I need the palette. He's basically releasing 2 eyeshadow palettes, I want to say. The Conspiracy palette, which includes 18 different eyeshadows, and then the mini Conspiracy palette, which includes 9 eyeshadows. I need both. ASAP. I'm so excited. Okay, moving on to the next thing. This is something that's going to be in my nose section. This is the Jouer blush and highlighter palette. Yeah, it's retailing for 39 bucks. There are 6 blushes and 1 highlighter that's included in here. It looks very pretty, and I think it's going to perform really nicely. I think for 39 bucks, it's actually priced pretty well. I love the shades in here, and I think it's, again, it's going to look nice on the face, right? And that highlighter looks yum. But for me, I think it's going to be in my nose section, mainly because, I don't know. Like, I have to stop somewhere, you know? And I was thinking to myself, do I want this or the Hourglass Ghost palette? And if I had to choose one, it would probably be the Hourglass one. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't tried much from Jouer, so they intrigue me to an extent, but not in a way where it's like, I need to have everything they release type, you know? Let me know what you guys think of Jouer in general. Have you tried much from their brand? Are you into it? Are you not? For me, I'm gonna skip out on this. Moving on to something that is in my maybe section. So these are from Huda Beauty, and these are the Obsessions mini palettes. This is the nude collection. Each one retails for 29 bucks. There are 3 different eyeshadow palettes. So we have one that's a bit lighter in tone, one that's medium, and one that's like rich chocolatey brown. All of these are stunning. My favorite one, I would say, is the rich chocolatey brown one, because I just love those shades. I think that one looks so nice on anyone. So pretty. My problem with these palettes is that they're not the same quality as her larger palettes, and I realize that. I have the Huda mini, I have one of the other Huda mini palettes that I got in my Ipsy Ultimate. It has a bunch of warm tone shades. It's one of her like small 9-pan palettes, and I have to tell you, I really just don't enjoy using that. I feel like it's not the best quality, and I'm like, it's cute and small, compact, great for traveling, but I don't feel like I got a bang for my buck with that, you know? And then her small like green emerald palette I liked, but also not blown away. Her baby red palette, Ruby Obsessions, was good, but it was also not something that I was dying over. because of that reason, these are in my maybe section because I feel like they are gorgeous. They're so nice to look at. They're so pretty. I watched them in store. That sounds so scary right now. It's creepy as shit. I checked these out in the store. I didn't have a chance to swatch them. I just glimpsed and left. So I don't know what the quality is like, but if you guys tried any of these, let me know what you think about them. Are they the same as her other mini 9 pan palettes? I know that the formulas do differ, like I mentioned, from the bigger palettes to the smaller ones, and I'm curious to know if these are like her other small palettes or maybe better, like a step above those, you know? So yeah, they're in my maybe section. As much as I really want them, I'm kind of like indecisive about it because of the reasons that I just mentioned. Moving on to the final product, this is actually from Huda Beauty. You see, I do want this palette because it looks so good. This is the Mercury Retrograde eyeshadow palette. This palette includes 18 different eyeshadows. It's available already. It is retailing for 67 bucks, which is pretty much what her other larger palettes retail for. I think that this palette is so pretty. Yes, it includes a nice amount of nudish type of shades, but then there's a beautiful purple, a gold, a few greens, a nice silvery color. I feel like a lot of brands are including silvers in their palettes. Packaging is also really nice. It's a little bit more clearer. Huda's on the cover. Huda. I love how Emma says Huda. She's like, Huda. I love it. And I'm like, Emma, can you say it? She's like, Huda. It's like, oh, I love it. I love that there's a brown in there because I can kind of spice things up with that. You can use this palette for a day-to-day look. I like the fact that there are also a few bright shades in here as well if you want to kind of dip your toes in that. So this is like the best of both worlds, you know? I think it's cool. I want it. There's so many likes on this picture on Instagram and people are just dying over it. I feel you want it. Anyways, that is pretty much it. That is everything that is in my yes, no, and maybe section. Of course, let me know what your thoughts and comments are below on everything that I discussed. I'm looking forward to reading all of your comments down below. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.